discoloration, is that coming from the tobacco?
Yeah.
Like the cigar store. Never update.
Sorry.
Welcome to my playground. That's why I wanted to show you. So this is where I grew up. I went to a store. In Washington D.C. Gary Pesh. You know Gary Pesh?
On M Street?
He has like 5 stores.
Yeah, he has one on, I think down in the Georgetown area?
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
And I started to do a presentation, and before I went up to do the presentation, he introduced me as the kid that was conceived on a bale of tobacco.
Is he wrong?
So he baptized
Yeah,
me.
that's right, but is he wrong?
But is he wrong? So, okay, aging. Aging is just a slow form of fermentation. 100-pound bales up to 130, more or less. This is very low volume, no humidity, right? Or very, very low humidity. At any moment in time, as long as there's humidity, tobacco keeps evolving. If you kill the humidity, zero humidity, the physical and the chemical changes of that tobacco stop. So in the curing process, you dry the leaf 100% in yellow, it will always be yellow forever. If you stop it at green, it will always be green forever. So at any moment in time, you lower the humidity, the changes stop. So in Davidoff, we age our tobacco, we ferment our tobacco all the way. All the way. So when we make our cigars, the tobacco is ready. When you get it at your cigar store, the cigar is ready. You do not have to age your cigars in your humidor. You do not say, oh, I think the cigar is going to be good down 5 years down the road. We did that job for you. Sometimes when you smoke a cigar and it's rough, you say, oh, it needs aging. I'm gonna hold on to the cigar for 5 years. We did that job for you. You are doing the job for the companies when you're aging the cigars. You know, but of course they don't want that inventory, but I'm not gonna talk about that. But it's a change, it's a difference in philosophy, right? And we have a lot of these warehouses, over 50,000 bales of tobacco, and it used to be my playground. I don't know how my mother still lets me come up here because she has a heart attack every time she sees me up here. But this tobacco is ready for your cigar, for the blend that it was designed. If you age your cigars, the blend that you're smoking 5 years, 10 years down the road is not the same. Tobacco, as long as there's humidity, if you have it in your humidor at 72, 75, 65, there's humidity, tobacco keeps changing, it keeps losing those oils, right? If you age it. The customer is always right. It's your cigars, right? I'm not a pro, I'm just telling you what happens, right? If you have a cigar that's very strong, 5 years, 10 years down the road, it's gonna be softer. If you have a cigar that's soft to begin with, then it might go stale. I don't know, but it's gonna be very soft. And we learned this from a friend, Edward Sahakian, Davidoff of London, very famous store, right? He actually is able to take out from his humidor where he sells cigars that he wants to age, brings it to another humidor, brings down the humidity to 50. If it gets too dry, then the tobacco is going to crack, right? Brings down the humidity to 50, and then he'll hold that cigar for many years, and then 20, 30 years down the road, he'll auction it off for $3,000 a cigar. But what did he do? He lowered the humidity so the tobacco doesn't evolve and doesn't change as much, and then he brings it to another humidor, slowly brings up the humidity, and he says in 3 weeks, a month, he's able to sell that cigar in perfect conditions. And the blend remains more or less intact to its original flavor. And it's applying simple knowledge that we learned from him. You can learn from everybody, you know? Any questions?
I have 2 questions.
2 questions.
2 questions. The first one is, where's your mom? We keep hearing about her.
You're gonna see her today.
Okay. The second question is, where's the special room with the special tobacco?
Not in this one.
I thought so.
If you see the codes, there over Z10, there's an L and then an O2, I think it is.
Ah, yeah, here.
Yeah, right there. That tobacco came in this year. We are in lot O2, or 102 or 101. I see 101. So that's 1 year old tobacco. If you see anything that says 90 something, so L00 right here, that is 3-year-old tobacco. Right next to it, L98, that is 4-year-old tobacco. And that's how you see. Over there I see a 96. That tobacco is 6 years old. And each one of those codes tell us everything about it. It tells us the variety, it tells us the year, it tells us how the year was. If it rained, it was, and that's Dominican Republic. It tells us the priming it was. Each one of these codes is in our computers, and we know exactly what happened to that tobacco during that year and what has been done to it. All those codes are proprietary. We have over 70 different seeds that we have, 15 zones, tobaccos for many, many, many years, over 5 years worth of inventory, and that's the only way you can maintain a blend consistency. By keeping all those variables separate and knowing what tobacco you have and have a large inventory of it. They asked my father, Special R, how is it possible? I've been smoking Special R 10 years ago and it's still the same cigar. He's like, the key, he'll tell you, he's like, I'm no genius, I just have inventory. And I have it very well organized. And I can adapt the blend and change it so that every single year, no matter the weather, no matter the conditions, I can make exactly the same cigar. And if a crop is very bad, I still have 5 years buffer to make sure that tobacco is always going to be good when I make that cigar. It's always your same cigar. And that's, up till today, that's what's kept Davidoff consistent, balanced, and positive as a friend, a loyal friend. And sadly, the tour ends here. We're going to have a lunch and a nice little pairing coming up. For those of you guys joining us in the factory tomorrow, I'll be there. I hope you guys have enjoyed the tour.